I'm having a day. I'm depressed. Tell me a funny joke.
No? Well, I'll have a Coke then.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Expect Donald Trump to be indicted for murder today because he killed last night at the Al Smith dinner. This is a famous dinner that presidential candidates go to and roast each other, all in the name of charity. Catholic charities across the nation benefit from this dinner. Kamala Harris is too big of a coward to show up. Look at the face on Chuck Schumer. This is a perfect distillation of the night, actually. I don't even need to play any clips. This is it. Donald Trump absolutely ham-boning, and Chuck Schumer, look at him glow. They're glowing. They're so radiant. So excited, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump just absolutely slaughtering last night. It was a homicide against the Democrat Party and wokeism, and Donald Trump is the man with the weapon, and the weapon is this.
Democrats were crazy for saying that men have periods, but then I met Tim Walz. Well, I'd better wrap up because Mayor Adams told me earlier that I needed to make this one very quick, especially the city has reserved this room for a large group of illegal aliens coming in from Texas. There's a group called White Dudes for Harris. Have you seen this? White Dudes for Harris. Anybody know? Are some of you here? White Dudes for Harris? Doesn't sound like it. But I'm not worried about them at all because their wives and their wives' lovers are all voting for me.
Dude, he called White Dudes for Harris CUCKS. He said if you're a man and you vote for Kamala Harris, you're CUCK.
A major issue in this race is childcare, and Kamala has put forward a concept of a plan. A lot of people don't like it. The only piece of advice I would have for her in the event that she wins would be not to let her husband, Doug, anywhere near the nannies. Just keep him away. That's a nasty one. Chuck Schumer is here looking very glum. Doesn't he look glum? It looks glum. But look on the bright side, Chuck, considering how woke your party has become. If Kamala loses, you still have a chance to become the first woman president.
Oh, and the room is roaring. Look at Trump. Look at the face. Look at the expressions. The expressions tell you everything. These are my favorite lines from President Trump last night. -1. This one needs a little bit of context. You might recall last week that Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, did a blasphemous communion mockery with a bag of Doritos. It looked like this. This is a left-wing activist on her knees getting fed Doritos. So Catholics obviously were very, very upset about this, and it mocked the Eucharists. Donald Trump saying the reason Kamala Harris couldn't be here tonight is because...
But I don't think Kamala has given up yet. She hasn't. Instead of attending tonight, she's in Michigan receiving communion from Gretchen Whitmer.
Dude, it's amazing to see everyone laughing at the Democrats are so insulated from criticism culturally that it was a shocking evening alone just to see people laughing at Democrats and the insanity that we all know. This is a massive cultural paradigm shift. Jim Gaffigan is he's an A-list comedian. He gets Netflix specials. He hosts the Oscars. Jim Gaffigan's a big-time comedian, all right? Like carte blanche. This guy, by every measure, should be woke, should be somebody who makes fun of Donald Trump, tries to roast him to his face. Jim Gaffigan got up there and just absolute scorched earth against Kamala Harris. I've never seen anything like it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Gaffigan on a absolute terror against the modern Democrat Party.
This event has been referred to as the Catholic Met Gala. 22% of Americans identify as Catholic. Catholics will be a key demographic in every battleground state. I'm sorry, why is Vice President Harris not here?
Make clap.
I mean, consider this. This is a room full of Catholics and Jews in New York City. This is a layup for the Democratic nominee. I mean, in her defense, I mean, she did find time to appear on The View, Howard Stern, Colbert, and the longtime staple of campaigning, the Call Her Daddy podcast. President Biden couldn't be here tonight. The DNC made sure of that. That's... I guess I'm the only one that reads history. The media has begun discussing the phenomena of secret Trump voters. I don't know if you've heard about this. People who publicly say they would never vote for Trump, but then when they go in the voting booth, they do. It's a small group. They're called the Biden family. The Democrats have been telling us Trump's re-election is a threat to democracy. In fact, they were so concerned of this threat, they staged a coup, ousted their democratically elected incumbent, and installed Kamala Harris. In other words, all her dreams have come true. Really? It really makes you consider the power of prayer, right, Cardinal? Sometimes prayers take 3.5 years and a George Clooney op-ed. Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, this is straight up going there. Kamala Harris staged a coup against Joe Biden. This is going there. All the Bidens are going to be voting for Trump. Look at Trump's reaction shot to Gaffigan saying this.
The media has begun discussing the phenomena of secret Trump voters. I don't know if you've heard about this. People who publicly say they would never vote for Trump, but then when they go in the voting booth, they do. It's a small group. They're called the Biden family.
Look at Trump. They love it. They love it. Oh, man. This is great. It's like DNC made sure President Biden couldn't be here tonight. The DNC made sure of that. Jim Gaffigan roasting Kamala Harris. Just absolute. I can't believe they allowed this, right? He said that Kamala Harris staged a coup against her own party. I've never heard anybody platform it like that. I've never heard anybody. We've never seen somebody with as big of a cultural sway and big of a cultural gravitas platform that correct idea. That's the way it should be spoken about. God, man, I would never tell you I'm like a Jim Gaffigan fan, right? And I'm not against Jim Gaffigan. I'm a fan of Jim Gaffigan after that. Incredible. Nobody was a fan of what Kamala Harris did last night. Kamala Harris purposely offended every single Catholic in the United States with this cringe video that is being just ripped to shreds. Kamala Harris released her pre-recorded video of the Al Smith dinner that she didn't show up for. Jim Gaffigan even made fun of it. Kamala Harris campaign in full and total meltdown. Matt Walsh calling this skit an act of treason against comedy is the worst thing any political candidate has ever done. Kamala should be thrown in jail for this. Catholics are very offended, by the way, at this bit. Here we go.
And distinguished guests, the Al Smith dinner provides a rare opportunity to set aside partisanship.
Cool. Oh, sorry.
Hey, what's going on? Who was that?
Oh, sorry, Mary Catherine Elliott. Mary Catherine Elliott. It's so nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Mary Catherine. Right now I'm trying to record my speech for tonight's dinner.
Oh, yeah, I know. I just want to say that I'm Catholic, and tonight is one of the biggest dinners next to the Last Supper.
It is a very important dinner, and it's an important tradition that I'm so proud.
How's Kamala this bad of an actress? How is she's this bad? And also, who thought this was a good
Got to be a part of.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms and I simmer them like that. But that's gross.
So tell me something. I'm giving a speech. Do you have some thoughts about what I might say tonight?
My feelings about what you should say tonight would be best expressed in a monologue from one of my favorite made-for-TV series.
Okay, let's hear it.
Don't you see, man? We need a woman to represent us. A woman brings more heart, more compassion. And think how smart she must be to become a top contender in a field dominated by men. It's time for a woman, bro. And with this woman, we can fly.
What series was that from?
Oh, that's from House of Dragons, now streaming on HBO Max.
Is there anything that you think that maybe I shouldn't bring up tonight?
Well, don't lie. Thou shalt not bear false witness to thy neighbor.
Indeed, especially thy neighbor's election results.
Just so you know, there will be a fact checker there tonight.
Oh, that's great. Who?
Jesus. And maybe don't say anything negative about Catholics.
I would never do that, no matter where I was. That would be like criticizing Detroit in Detroit.
Does it bother you that Trump guy insults you all the time? Because it really bothers my friends and me.
Oh, Mary Catherine, it's very important to always remember you should never let anyone tell you who you are. You tell them who you are.
Haters gonna hate. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off. Good for you, Mary Catherine.
Oh, yeah, okay. And also remember one more thing. Don't worry if you make a mistake, 'cause Catholic people are very forgiving. Yeah, and also one last thing I want to tell you, don't forget to say, superstar!
Thank you, Mary Catherine.
Thank you, Kamala.
Thank you. Your Eminence and distinguished guest, the
Oh my! Like, are they? She's trying to lose. There's only one explanation. They're trying to lose, or the bubble around Kamala Harris and her team is so hermetically sealed. Yeah, it's like a spaceship. It's like the space station, right, with airlocks around it, where like oxygen can't even get out. And they're so out of touch that they think that this is funny. Jim Gaffigan didn't think it's funny. Jim Gaffigan's response to this is actually funnier than the entire sketch itself.
I don't even know what that noise you're making is. So, I don't know. As I watched that, I couldn't help but think of, now I know how my kids felt when I FaceTimed into a piano recital they were at.
That's a funnier joke than anything Kamala and all of the Hollywood writers that worked on that, including Molly Shannon, who's a great comedian and is slowly and actively destroying her career by doing skits like this. Oh, God. Critics drag Harris for cringe pre-recorded video aired during Catholic charity dinner. Yeah, cringe. Exactly. These are the headlines. Kamala Harris getting just completely and totally blasted. The memes have taken over.
You tell them who you are.
Haters gonna hate. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
What
Shake
the
it off.
fuck is this piece of shit?
That's perfect. Yeah, okay, so what do Catholics actually think about it? The Catholic vote, ladies and gentlemen. Trump says slams Harris for blatantly disrespecting the Catholic community and skipping the Al Smith dinner. The last Democrat who did that lost the election. All polls are indicating that I'm leading big with Catholic vote, as I should be. I don't think Kamala's given up yet. Yeah, taking communion from Gretchen Whitmer. That's exactly right. Donald Trump obliterates Kamala Harris, Biden, and de Blasio. Dems and scorching Al Smith dinner roast shows there is a God. Ooh, man. And Donald Trump just roasting the white dudes for Harris as cucks. Ooh, it's just delicious. It's just so perfect. I got to tell you, I like the meltdown this morning. This is the energy. Donald Trump going into downtown New York onto a table with the ritziest billionaires in all of New York and killing and even making Letitia James stand up and applaud for him. Letitia James is standing there and applauding for Trump. The person who's trying to bankrupt him and imprison him. By the way, those charges are now being just eviscerated. Those charges are being atomized and decimated by the New York Supreme Court. And now she's forced to stand and applaud Trump. That's the image of the night. That's the image of the night. Look at that. Isn't that something? God certainly has a sense of humor. God certainly has a sense of irony and works in mysterious ways. I really enjoyed that speech last night. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.